My Monday's going fine. There's nothing wrong with my Monday. I just feel really burnt out today, and so I'm gonna do my makeup to help me feel better because I like doing it, and I'm hoping that if I do it, it'll just help me make me feel like the rest of the day is gonna go great. So I'll be honest, probably not gonna talk a lot. I just kind of want to get my makeup done. So feel free to watch along and, you know, do your makeup with me if you want. Feel free to ask questions. I'll try and answer them as best as possible. But, yikes. Yikes. So I'm going to go in with Frenchie. That one there. And I'm just going to do some color correcting because I'm tired. And it looks it. I also 100% have Vampire Diaries on in the background because it's trash. And sometimes I need like some trash in the background just to like help my day go a little bit better. It's more like a distraction than anything else. Like I need something that doesn't require a lot of brain power. Normally I'd be wanting to like watch. I'd normally want to watch like, or listen to a podcast or something like that, but my brain can't do it today. It can't do it today. So I've put on junk to watch instead. And by watch, I mean listen to, because who has time? So I'm going in with Ash and just contouring as best I can on both sides. It's very hard to do and make even for the camera. I can't wait for my next order to come in because I'm getting a whole bunch of eyeshadows that I want to try out, and I want to do some eyeshadow looks for you guys, and I'm hoping that it comes soon. Shipping is usually really fast, it's just I'm impatient. I'm super impatient. All right, and let's get the jawline here. My hair is in the way. I've got so many little baby hairs that my 7.5-month-old loves to grab. Get my double chin. Yikes. And I'm just blending it down really, really well because obviously you don't want like a really harsh line. The whole point of contour is to create or to enhance a shadow. So if you are contouring correctly, you're putting it in the places where there's already shadows on your face, so the hollow parts of your face. But the whole point is that you're accentuating those to give more definition to your face. Okay. And we'll do the nose as well. And the funny thing is like I only really need to contour one side of my nose because my nose is crooked. I go in and do a little bit for definition up on the upper portion here, but other than that. All right, time for my main. which is Candlelit, which is this one right here. And I like to use a little bit of a stippling motion. It gives a bit more of an airbrush finish. I'm using my buff brush, by the way. I like the buff brush a lot. It's a really nice densely packed brush, but it's also super soft, so you can apply and then buff out the product, which I really, really like. It gives a bit more of an airbrushed finish, which I enjoy. So you can see, like, right away when I put that lighter color in between my two darker colors, so my contour, it immediately gives more of that definition. And it's just like paint by numbers, right? You're just putting the product on the spots that you want. So I'm not doing like a whole face of foundation in my main color and then going back and layering on top of that and layering on top of that and layering on top of that. I'm just picking the spots and putting the color that corresponds with that spot there and nothing else. Because why would I need to? Just getting into my nostril area there. And I'm not going all the way up because my blush is going to sit right there. So why put foundation where my blush is going to be? And I already have like a lot of natural color right there. So why cover that color up to then put color on top? There's no point. It's silly. Well, it's silly in my opinion. And it's why I love using Seint. It's because I pick and choose how my makeup looks. And it's not constrained by conventional wisdom. And it looks way more natural instead of layer upon layer of product when you don't need layer upon layer of product. So I am gonna go on in with my Brightening highlight. So it's a slightly lighter shade than my main color of Candlelit. I'm using White Peach, which is that one there. And this is what I'm using to really brighten the area around my eyes. So I put some here and then on my inner corner like that. And that helps to lift the face. And then I can blend it down. And it means that I'm getting like a minimal amount of product for the maximum effect around my eyes, which eyes are always tricky. You never want to put too much product because it will accentuate any fine lines or crepiness around the skin there. So we want coverage, we want it to be bright, but we also don't want it to be cakey. And the cakiness happens when you add a lot of product. So I am going to put a little bit of main color onto my eyelids as a primer, and also because the skin on your eyes is very thin and tends to have more discoloration because you can see the veins and the capillaries and all of the blood vessels are very close to the surface there. So that's why you have generally, if you have fair skin like me, that's why you have generally blue or purple or violet tones or discoloration on your eyelids. If you have a warmer complexion, so I'm neutral, I have cool and warm tones, in my skin. So I don't tend either to pink or to yellow. I have a mixture of both. So I get mainly like blues and greens and violets in my undertone of my skin. So when my veins show, they're like blue, green, blue, violet. If you have warmer tones in your skin, you're actually going to pull more green, or like it turns into a brown on your under eyes or around your eyes, because the blood that's closest to the surface there is being mixed with a kind of yellowish color of your skin tone, and that actually creates a green or mulchy brown darkness. And that's why you can get dark circles like that. My dark circles are more purple or blue. If you've got warmer skin tones, they look more brown or green. That's why that happens. What cheek color today? I want to use pink grapefruit today for my cheek color. That one right there. It's gorgeous. I love it. Still in love with it. Can't stop, won't stop. The brighter the cheek color, the better, in my opinion. Bright cheek colors always pull better. Like, they always look better. So the brighter the color, the better you're going to get more vibrancy and youthfulness out of it. And I am taking my sweet time today. Like, I'm not trying to rush at all, because I just want to feel good about my application. And I do. Because I want to feel good today. I don't know why. Nothing bad has happened. I'm just feeling blah. Maybe it's the weather. It's super, super rainy here. I'm just evening out my contour on this side a little bit. And just actually gonna go in and highlight here with my brightening highlight. And that helps draw up the face. Okay, and now I'm going to use my Illuminator, which I'm using Pearl, which is this one here. It looks almost white. It's actually like a creamy, sparkly illuminator. And that can go right above my blush. So it's just gonna give, let's see if I can get the light to catch it. It's just gonna give that little bit of shimmer. And highlight those highest points of my face. So my cheekbones, my nose, right? That's the highest point that hits the most light. The center of my forehead here also is the highest point, hits the most light when light shines on me. And you can go in and do your Cupid's bow. You can see it just gives that little bit of shimmer, and you can even do, if you want, the center of your chin there. And I want to try out a little bit of color. So I'm gonna go in with Nude. It's this one here. And I just want to do kind of like a smoky eye, and I do have to look in the mirror to do this. It's very hard to see on the and I have a slightly deep set or hooded eye, so I have to place my crease color a little bit above. So I'm not actually sticking it right in here. I'm going a little bit above. And that means that the color will show when my eyes are open and not just when my eyes are closed, because one of the problems with hooded eyes is that you put color where you think it's going to show up, and then you open your eyes, right? You close your eyes to put the color on, you open your eyes and it disappears. And you're like, why did I bother? So I'm using the eyeshadow brush. I love this brush. It's double-ended as well. They're all double-ended. So there's a smaller kind of smudgy side and then a very big fluffy blending side, which I love. Eyeshadow should be blended. You should always blend and then blend some more. You never want a harsh line unless you're doing like a specific cut crease. Cut creases are a very specific look. Okay, and now I'm going in with a contour color. This is Stone, and I'm actually using this as an all over lid color. And this is why I love these palettes, is because you can have a very minimal amount of tins and they all multitask. They all do something different or many things together, which is awesome. I love it because I, as a former makeup artist, like, it's a problem. You get obsessed with having a lot of makeup and you want your kit to be bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's fine, except that then you have a whole bunch of makeup that you never use or you only use one thing a couple times. And this is another contour color. This is Shadow, so I'm going to use this, and I'm putting it in the outer corner of my eye, and I'm making like a little bit of a triangle, so I'm not bringing it all the way across. Not bringing it all the way across my lid. I'm just putting it in that outer corner and blending. And it's just to give depth and dimension to the eye. And this is just like a really soft look. I'm not interested in doing super dramatic, but it's like a very nice everyday smoky eye. Okay, and I'm just going to take my regular contour color, which is Ash, and I'm going to just line my eyes just to give it a little bit more smokiness and depth, and to also thicken up my lash line. I have very long lashes, but they are also very blonde because I'm fair, so I do need a little bit, and I'm just smudging this into my lash line as much as possible. And again, I'm going for a soft, blended out, smoky look. I don't want harsh lines. And actually, I generally don't put anything underneath my eye. And when I do put things under my eye, I reserve it to the outer fourth of my eye. So I never go past the center of my eye, my iris, or my pupil. I keep it way, way out. I hope I'm not blocking this so you can all see. Yeah, unless I'm doing like a very bold, like blacked out smoke look, I don't put anything towards the inner corner of my eye. In my case, it ages me. I don't like it. I'd rather not. And now I'm gonna take a little bit of my Illuminator, that pearl color, and I'm going to just gently pat it right on that tear duct inner corner of my eye, and that is to create some brightness in the eye. Okay, there's that, and now I can set my makeup. So I'm using my Vanilla Dust and my powder brush. It's double-ended. So this one is like a dew foot. It's really great for your T-zone area. So you want to actually press and pat. Oh, you know what I need to do first? I lied. I'm gonna take my Perfector sponge, which is, I got it damp and wrung it out really, really well. And I'm just going to do a little blend out. I just like it as like a little final step. And it just gets rid of any excess product or creasing or anything like that that I'm not interested in having. Okay, now I will set. Yeah, so I just go into my T-zone area. I don't necessarily want to be dewy, but I like the cream foundation because it gives me like a soft glow. So I want to keep it in that space, but I also don't want my makeup to go anywhere. So that's why we set cream, so it doesn't move around as much. Now I'm taking the other end, which is more of like a chisel but flat tip. It's a bit more fluffy, and I use this just in my contour areas. Again, it's to give it staying power. And again, I'm taking a very small amount and I'm patting. Swiping is a little problematic because then it just like pulls your makeup off that you just did. So I want to avoid that because I just put all that makeup on. I don't want it to come off. I'm going to quickly do my eyes, and then I have to figure out what lip color I want. Maybe nude. We'll try nude. See how that goes. And I do need a closer. And again, for me personally, I avoid putting any mascara on my bottom lashes. I don't want any transfer. And if I do get transfer, it will transfer from the top down to my bottom lash very easily because we blink all day. So I don't want to have extra mascara down there, which then migrates into like fine lines and gives you like raccoon eyes. So pass. I don't want raccoon eyes. And I always manage to like get a little smudge. Always when I'm doing my mascara, and I'm just taking a little bit of toilet paper and I've just wadded it up, and I'm just patting to blend out any of that extra mascara. Words, I tell you, words are not even it today. So I think what I'm gonna do is something a little weird. So I'm actually gonna go in with my eyeshadow brush and take a little bit of Nude, and I'm gonna do the outside of my lips. Yeah, I'm in here, I'm busy. My husband's back with the baby. So I'm not going into the center, I'm just doing the outer corners. I hear a baby. I hear a baby. And I'm overlining a little bit on my one side because I have asymmetrical lips. Sometimes it's to do with your musculature. Sometimes it's to do with your teeth. Your structure, the structure of your teeth. So when I have time, I like to even them out as much as possible. And now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Frenchie, actually. And just on the center. And this is also almost like contouring for your lips, right? So I've taken a darker color and I've concentrated it towards the outer corners. And then I'm using a lighter color in the center of my lips. So it just gives like the illusion of a little bit fuller lips. And that's everything, I think. There we go. Happy Monday. This always takes longer than I think it's going to. And I think it's honestly because I really do enjoy doing my makeup and I like taking time. It is super quick and easy to do a full face in 10 minutes or less with a palette. But I also really enjoy doing my makeup, so I end up taking longer than it actually takes. But there you are. All done. I'm looking very contoured. It's very nice. I'll put some pictures up for you guys later. So enjoy the rest of your day and happy Monday, and I hope you have a good week. Bye.